Good morning, everybody. This is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and it must be Monday. So today we're talking, this is our Get Started class. So this is usually for our new clients or even our clients have been with us for a while. I just want to get a refresher. So as top line, we're here for realtors. We can help you get buyer and seller leads. We got great social media content. We have really strong listing marketing. We have unlimited landing pages and we have 80 PDF guides with multiple ways to market, right? So we can market on social media, we can market on Google, we can market through your CRM and also in print. So basically it's a complete marketing solution under the hood, right? It's your goal to figure out how to use it and how to use it consistently. But for the agents who figure that out, their business tends to start growing. Um, So I'm going to show you a couple of things here before we get started. One is I'm going to send you this link. You want to get to our YouTube channel at one point or another. All of these calls, including the one we're doing right now, are recorded here and left here. And so I want to encourage everybody on this call. I'm going to send you the link to this in just a second. And also to watch Facebook and Google ads and also top tools to get more lifting. I rotate these classes every couple of weeks. And it's wise to check out a couple of versions each call because while I do sound like a robot sometimes, I'm actually not a robot. And and I don't say the same thing every time we talk. So that's why it's good to check out a couple. And if you're very interested in getting more listings, Top Tools for more listings is very good, but also Facebook and Google, because when I do that class, I got here's what you do for buyers and here's what you do for sellers. If you're interested in getting listings, both of those calls are going to help you. Everybody has that now. It should be in the chat panel. And one other link I want to share with you before we get going is leadgenwebinars.com. You may have seen this, maybe you didn't. This is where you can sign up for classes like today's class. What did I just do? Here we go. So Get Started is today. Top Tools for More Listings is actually, I think we postponed that, for next week. And then Facebook and Google Ads after that. So let me send this link to you and then we'll get going. Is it? leadgenwebinars.com. Okay. I want to show you just something before we dive into setup, right? So Scott and I get a report every week on Monday of who's generating the most leads. And so it could come from whatever solution, right? There's so many tools that we can use here together, but I thought I'd show you just a couple so that you can see. So this lady here, or this team, Deborah Lamb, they have 99 leads in 30 days. Okay. And if I click on it, we'll go look at what's going on. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. I've seen this. So this person, I'm assuming, is either doing a mailing. I don't think it's a mailing. I think they're running ads. Right. So this is what we call a custom buyer landing page. And if you want more information, you just got to click that button and it'll flip over and ask for information. And this is a custom buyer landing page from Brandon. So let's go look at what he's doing. And you can do different things, right? Sign in to get a personalized home. Okay. Interesting. And I just want to point out, we don't give the directions on how to create custom buyer landing page. There's so many things that people want to do as realtors, and we just make it easy, right? You just click a couple of buttons. I think this one he's working in Spanish. I can't remember. I think I saw this a while ago. Yeah, it's sign up for a list of homes, right? The point is landing pages are really a great way to go out and advertise and to capture leads. What we notice here, these people here are getting 36 leads, 29 leads, 20 leads in the past 30 days from Property Valuation Plus. I think I have these open up here. Yeah. So this is Woodbridge. What is your Woodbridge, Virginia home worth? They have a nice picture over here of a neighborhood. That's cool. This one is, what is your Richland home worth? Now, I don't know Richland, but I'm assuming it's some sort of big community with a parking lot, right? And then over here, what is your home worth now? This one's kind of weird. This did show up on the list. I'm not sure who made this, but it's pretty generic to me. Okay. But they used it and they were getting leads, and that's why they're on that list. So I just wanted to show you a couple of things like that because we create a lot of tools. We're going to run it. Here's another. This is the top listing page in Indiana. And I'm certain that this person ran this is called a listing landing page, which is automatically generated. And it says custom brick home, walk-in basement, walk-out basement, and 18 acres. Wherever this person showed up on the list too. So they were capturing a lot of leads from this. And after you create a landing page, then there are print solutions. You can run ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Google, or you can just share the link. However you want to get it out, you can get it out. And so the reason why I wanted to show you that is there's a question in the mastermind group, and he says, hey, I'm searching the archives on home buyer seminar funnel or landing page. And the last post is 2016, right? Like everything that every agent imagines, we don't create, right? We would be stuck all day long for every idea that realtors come up with. So what we do is we create a platform that is helpful for everybody. And that's what custom landing pages are about. And so I don't know. For me, I think things are intuitive. Actually, Scott and I go over trying to make this as intuitive as possible. So I'm going to click on landing pages here. And if I wanted a page, where would you start? We think this way. Put the green button at the top, and that is meant to be intuitive to create a custom buyer landing page. Okay, so custom landing page for buyers. Okay, you could call it first time, right? You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to just call it first time here. And when you create a landing page, the first thing we do is we drop you on an editor, right? So it's going to go here and then it's going to flip around and you're going to be on an editor. I'm going to show you very quickly. Now, you guys are doing all kinds of different things, right? You're agents from all over the United States and Canada, and maybe even down in the Caribbean and Latin America. So this is where you start. Now, I've asked our team to customize this text because this is not intuitive. Okay. So where you see down payer assistance and Folsom, this is 10-year-old junk that we should have changed years ago. So I told the team, like, replace that text. And I'm going to just unshade this. There's a button there. And I'm going to save it and you'll see that grayed out picture brighten up. But there's two areas where you can really focus. One is lead form text. You see this box on the bottom left? It says down payer. Since this language here corresponds to this, right? If I say whatever I want to say, I could say waterfront properties and change this text. I can say whatever I want, right? And there's a lot of things that you might want to get out in the world that you want to market. And if you change that lead form text, this little form on the right starts to be fit there, right? Should always probably change that background picture to mean something for you. You can also click this button that says custom page content. You could add bullet points. You could add a little counter like, hey, we're having a class in 30 days or whatever, right? And it would be just this ticking alarm clock thing going. You could also put in video. So if you're doing video, and I think this is, we definitely recommend this. If you're doing video on your neighborhood, if you're doing video on maybe some new home buyer solutions that maybe your office has, or maybe They're available in your state. Maybe you have a focus on ranch property, or you have a focus on waterfront property, whatever. You go right up here, you pick your YouTube video. Now, I don't know if you guys are even making video, but if you are, you probably know that it's not too difficult to get it to YouTube. And once you get it to YouTube, you can click. Sorry, my mouse is acting all weird. You can copy this link and you can go to the custom landing page. You can paste that YouTube link right here. And then when you save it, it's going to pop that video right here on the left of that form. So now if you're driving people to that form, to this page, it's got a lot of custom content for frankly anything that you want to discuss in real estate. You could be talking, and you might actually have your own PDF guide that you would like to give away, and you want to make a video and say, hey, I've got this great booklet that I've written, and you can download it here, click here, right? You can make that kind of message. And then you can use our other parts of our platform, like ads, to run ads on it, right? And drive people to it to see that page on Google and Facebook. But since we're talking about landing pages, I do want to point out, you should all have multiple property valuation plus landing pages. These are landing pages that you need to get home value leads from various cities. If you're all working in just one city, then you only need one. But if you're working in multiple cities, you want to have a landing page like this for every town that you're farming. And once you've created that landing page, then again, you can use our print tools, or you can use our our ad software to run ads on Facebook or Google. I see a question here. Let's go look at this. No audio. Guys, can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Please give me a yes or no. Yeah, I think yes. Yeah, check your audio. Thanks, everybody. Sorry, guys. Somebody's telling me no audio. Would you recommend even going neighborhood specific on home value? Yes, Bobby, for sure. Bobby, where are you? Where are you in the country? The way out of there. Oh, yeah. So Ernst has got a great concept here. So let's talk about this. This is a good thing. So Bobby is talking about Frisco, Texas, and it's north of Dallas. And I thought Frisco was a city, Bobby. That's not necessarily a neighborhood. Yeah. And so definitely you want a landing page for every city. But let's talk about Dallas. Bobby, Dallas, right? Yeah, the villages. That's a part is your neighborhood. Let's talk about that, because if you're in a bigger cosmopolitan area, Dallas has, Lord knows how many people now. Let's just go look at Dallas and let's talk about that. Because I know, there's 750 homes in your neighborhood, in the villages. I think that's going to get a little bit tricky, but you still want to do it. I'm going to talk about this. We're going to go down this since we're here, so that we really get an understanding of the pros and cons and how to do this. You now know that you can create. Now, let's just talk about this. You can create landing pages and create one for everyone that you want, right? So this is Dallas. And if you can help me, Bobby, where is a town here? I thought the Woodlands was over here in Dallas. That's Houston. I think that's Houston. So you're in Dallas, and where are you? You're in Villages. Yeah, that's Houston. Let's do this, guys. You see this area right here, Garland. Garland is like a sub area of Dallas. And let's just imagine, I know Bobby's talking about, Frisco is where the village is. So I'm going to just give you an example, because I'm not going to get us to Frisco. Let's just go Frisco. Let's go Frisco, Texas, TX, north of Plano. Oh, well, I was looking at it right there. Okay, sorry. Okay. So here somewhere, right here in the center is Frisco, north of Plano. And Bobby is saying that there's 750 homes here. Okay. And somebody raised a question and said, I get a lot of, I get a lot of leads, but they're not from my area. And that's exactly the con of using Facebook, right? As mean pros and cons, right? I get a lot of leads with no information or way out of the area, other states. So that's a weird one to me. That's happening. Ernst, are you doing this on Facebook? Are you running Facebook ads? Okay. So I want to explain it this way because some of you are in areas like this. If we go and create a landing page, and we can create a home valuation landing page by going to the landing page section and clicking the green button. Let's see, it's at the top. And we create Property Valuation Plus, which is the name of our landing page. And then we type in Frisco, right? And if we do that, I'm not going to do it because I have a bunch. If we do that, it's going to drop us on a page that looks just like this. Give it a second to go there. And we can here, the only thing I really highly recommend is that you change the background picture. Okay. I don't think you want to go out with a generic page like this, asking people for their address. Okay. Or so where are you running your ad? If you're saying you're not because you can't post on Facebook. So here, this picture, if you're going to ask somebody their contact information and their address, you don't want it to be generic. Okay. You want it to be something that is going to let me know my area. Right. And you just click right here to upload image on the left and you can upload a photograph and you're good. Okay. Okay. We got landing pages. We create it. We run it. And you can see here for Pleasanton, I have a picture of downtown Pleasanton on Main Street. In Sacramento, I've got a picture of the old Sacramento historic area. So you know, I know your area. Don't go out super generic trying to ask for people's address and contact information. It's just not very helpful, not going to be very effective. So after you've done it though, now let's talk about, okay, how do I get people to that page? Let's see here. The simplest way, or the way that most agents know about, is running an ad on Facebook. And before we get there, there are ups and downs. There are pluses and minuses for this. In Frisco, Texas, there's definitely a minus, and we'll look at it right here. Okay. So if I create an ad on Facebook for a landing page, and that's what we were talking about. And I don't have one for Frisco, but we know here what we're doing. I can show you here in Pleasanton. We want lead ads. So we get name, email, and phone number. Always leave your stuff on lead ads. Click on create ad. That's our default setting as lead ad. And then here, now we got to shift gears because I didn't have one for Plano. Well, let's just imagine that this is Plano up here. Oh, Frisco. And that my little picture down there looks like Frisco. And I type in Frisco right here. Okay. So that would work, right? That's exactly how you do it. And you go, boom, publish, and you got a $50 ad for 7 days. But you see this little thing here, this radius? This is a 15-mile minimum radius. And that's where the first problems occur, because 15 miles is going to get you all a little bit further out. Almost everything that you see, about 80% of this picture that we're looking at on this map, these people are all going to see what is your Frisco home worth. And that is a problem. That's like a big problem. You can't target the way that you used to. Okay. You used to 5-6 years ago, you used to be able to say, I want to target only homeowners who own a home in Frisco. That made Facebook incredibly powerful. Now, Bobby is saying in his area, and Bobby, your area is in Frisco. And so I want to tell you this, and it's called the Villages, right? So if we're all looking at Frisco together, and he's saying, or she's saying, that there are 750 homes in the Villages. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. This is the area right here. The villages may be over here on the right. I would tell you, all of you, if you want to use Facebook to capture seller leads, you need to go through an extra step. And that is to go, and this is really important. One, I think it's really smart to go to Facebook for seller leads. But if you don't take this step that I'm about to show you, it could be a big waste of your money and time. Okay. So first of all, if you just run the ad like this and you create a landing page, you already know you're overspraying all over half of Dallas. So your ad is not going to be very effective because 80% of the people looking at that ad don't sit in Frisco. So how do you overcome that? You go here to this create audience button and you upload a list and you call it Frisco Homeowner, right? Now you have to buy this list from Remine or HomeSnap or RadX or whoever's going to sell it to you. You want the address, name and phone number and email, and you upload it. Now here, where it says use this format, this is the format we're looking for. You need to have your spreadsheet look like this. Then when you upload it and import it, this list will live in your private Facebook ad account. And even if you quit working with us, this is going to live there. And I'll tell you this, if you're going to be in real estate for maybe more than 3 years, if you're thinking 5 to 10 years and hey, this is my area and I'm going to be there, this is my home, I'm going to build my business here, you probably have more than one area. Right now, I know Bobby's talking about the villages over here, but probably this is going to be an area, Frisco, probably Texas. Plano down here, maybe even Fairview. I don't know how many people live here, if these are farm markets big enough to support your activity. But if it is, you want to buy those lists as soon as you can. And so, yeah, you're looking to create five farms. What are the best sources for buying these lists? Anybody have any suggestions to get those lists? I know the number one that I heard of is Remine. Mine like a mine shaft. Okay. Remine.com. I think HomeSnap and RedX. Anybody else? My Plus Leads. Thanks, Bobby. My Plus Leads. You want to have that for mailing purposes and for Facebook targeting purposes. And you should also target those areas with Google. So we're going to get into that in just a couple of minutes. But if you think about it, Facebook is the number 3 website in the country. Google is the number 1 website in the country. And mail is in their mailbox, right? So if you've got this list and you're targeting in 3 different ways, and you've got multiple tools, you've got multiple information sources getting mailed out every couple of weeks into these markets, that is how you farm a market, right? It's not by lobbing out one ad wherever once a month. It's like, it's a consistent ad machine. And that's really what we have here. And we make it incredibly easy. If I have a custom list and I've uploaded it here and it says Frisco Homeowners, Bobby, well, let me just tell you something. I didn't mention it. A list has to be a minimum of 1,000 leads. So 750 leads won't work. If you have a list of 200 or 500 leads, it won't work. Facebook won't allow you to target that. It has to be a minimum of 1,000 leads. I don't know if it's Dallas. It might actually be Dallas. There's somebody, an outfit in Texas where, yeah, it's Dallas, Fort Worth. Yeah. They bought the list. They have 3 lists for this area that you're in, and they're each 10,000 people deep. Okay. I don't know who they bought them from, but that's what big teams are doing. They are just, and you're not a big team probably, right? But it doesn't cost you much to buy the list and market to these same people, right? Because if you don't, I can guarantee you in a market like this, your competitors are. And you want to make sure that people know you in print and people know you online. And that's really it. So let's keep going so we're not stuck on that. We upload it here. Now, if I say, hey, I'm going to target whatever. I'm going to just do our generic. I'll do my Pleasanton one, and I'm going to create the ad again. Now, if I have an ad that says Frisco, I don't want to actually type Frisco here. I want to say retarget current leads. Now, I don't have a Frisco list here, but I probably have one of these, right? I have a seller audience, right? But you would actually have an audience because we created a custom audience and it would say Frisco homeowners. And you want to run an ad, it's your choice, right? But probably at least once a month, probably once a week, right? Because I don't know if you can see this when you're running an ad, it's real estate test up here. It's actually your business page. It's not this. So if you're running an ad once a week or once a month, people are going to be recognizing your branding. Okay. And of course, if they click on it, they're going to get the information that they want. You're going to get the contact information that you want. And then if you're mailing, then you got the same thing. So let's go talk about this landing page one more way. So when we do this, whenever we create a landing page, we always give you print solutions. So if you click on edit and tools, you can actually, let's just wait and get there. We've created print tools. Okay. And so when I click here, I'm going to click on advanced options, and this is on every landing page. Okay. So I've got a Pleasanton home value page, and I've got print marketing right here. Right. So now let me just download this for you. You want to edit this right next to the download button. There was a pencil and you can edit it. And you want to put the latest stats, right? So if you created one for Frisco, you could, it would say Frisco, this one, it says, it's got my Pleasanton picture in the back, but you would edit this and say, hey, you know what? 20 homes sold in Frisco last month. That means 200 for the year. And the high is here and the low is here. That affects your home value. Get your free home value here. That's how you customize this page and use it. This would be one of the tools that you are mailing to your area, to Frisco, right? And at the same time, you're running ads and you're targeting. Are letters more effective than postcards? Yes. Yes. I can just tell you that. Is this call recorded? Yes. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. Our postcards are actually pretty good. And you can see them here. But if somebody opens a letter and really what you want to think about is what is lead quality, right? If you can capture 20 leads on Facebook, how many actually turns into a listing? If you capture 3 leads from this piece of paper that somebody had to open an envelope, walk to their own computer, type in that wacky address and go figure out and type in their address and their email address to get that home value, they had to jump through a lot more hoops. These people are very interested in the value of their home. These leads from these print letters, you want to be hitting up every week. You want to offer them service. You want to make sure they're handled because these people, this is very different from seeing an ad float by on Facebook while you're looking at food and cats and you just click on it, right? It's, oh yeah, I'm curious, but no, this is not curious. This is, I've opened my mail, I've read it, and I'm taking an action. So these are really high quality leads when they're coming from this letter. I think the problem for postcards is they have the same functionality, but people throw away postcards pretty fast, right? I know I do. But you actually take the time to open your mail and look at it. And we keep this letter very simple, right? We're not writing a big old article. It's scan a couple details and go get some information. That's really what it's about. Okay. We jumped into it a little bit backwards here today. And what I forgot to do is just talk about, since this is getting started, let's talk about what we got to do to get started. If you're brand new to us, right? What do you do? Well, when you land here, if you go and sign up on our website, we're going to drop you on this page here, which has we call it like a setup wizard, right? And it's good. It's not great. The problem is we are adding new tools almost every 2 weeks, if not every month. And some of those tools don't get to this thing fast enough. I almost feel like we should get rid of it. but we're just trying to make it easier for you. It's just, like I said, we just keep adding it. But let's go over to profile and let's do it the old fashioned way, which is the complete way. Okay. So your profile is at the bottom left. You each have profile. You want your picture here. You want the name of your company or whatever in your picture. If you got a assistant and you want them copied on leads, you could say, hey, I want all my leads. If you want somebody, I want copied on all marketing tools, right? And the meaning leads and marketing, you could do that too, right? So you can have you can have your leads or your tools go multiple directions. Auto posting is super, super important. This is where you connect your social media accounts. You just click here. And then at that point, you can go click through here and tell us, yeah, I want to customize or I don't want to customize. And this is auto posting for your listings. So once your listings hit, they just land on your social media accounts. This is auto posting for our core home valuation landing page. And you might want that, right? Down payer assistance is another landing page that's in the landing page section. We create these for you automatically. And new construction. A lot of our clients like to use new construction. I recommend that you customize them to be talking about your local projects and then use them and run ads and do things. So that's social media auto posting, CRM integration. You'll see APIs from some of the top CRM platforms in the country. If you're not on this list, your CRM may have a unique email address for you, like Vincent1234567 at followupboss.com, right? Something that's ugly and nobody would know, but you drop it here. So when you're sending leads there, that company knows to scrape it, drop it in your CRM and turn on the automation. So you definitely want to do that. So that's what you're doing in the profile. Social media links. I think that's really it. There's one thing that I definitely didn't let everybody know. There's a signature here that you can embed inside your email. And you can have multiple links. Like you can have custom links in here that say Frisco Homes for sale, and they can point to your website. Even your reviews are here. So let's click on reviews. See if Kevin's got this sorted out. So every one of you has a page like this ready in your account. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. It'll have all your reviews. You'll have to add your reviews. Sometimes we can sweep them. There's manual ways as well. They'll be the top 3 landing pages. So if somebody wants their home value or first time home buyer stuff, whatever, there's a whole bunch of PDF guides. We haven't even talked about PDF guides. You, the agent, are branded on every page of every one of these guides. And there are 40 of these guides for buyers and 40 of them for home sellers. So they're automatically embedded in this page. And any of your listings that you've got are embedded in this page. If I click on this property here, it drives us to a single property website that we actually designed for you. Yeah, I don't know what this goofy thing is anyway, but this is a single property website. All the information you would want. Again, the marketing plan. This is the marketing plan basically of our platform, telling you how you're going to market. If you want to embed video, you can. And again, PDF guides, more chances to capture leads. And then the basic stuff, schools, print brochures, your reviews, your listings. It's basically just this net of lead capture based on your listing. So that's just connected to your client review website, which we got there because I was showing you, hey, that's on your profile. You should actually, after you get your logo in there and all this and that, you should probably go grab that lead gen signature and put it in your email so that every time you send out an email, you got opportunities capturing leads. Okay. Over here on the left, it says client reviews. And you can add your reviews right here where it says add review. You can do it manually, or you can import from Zillow or Testimonial Tree. I know a lot of you get them from Facebook or Yelp or wherever. You just copy it, put it here, tell us what lead source, and we'll knock a logo in, right? And then you can just put that there and add it. And now that will end up on all of your tools like I just showed you. Now we talked about landing pages already. One thing that you want to do about landing pages is you want to create those landing pages for all your farm markets, right? Especially Property Valuation Plus. You might also, I didn't mention it, a lot of our clients like to use our BizBo landing page. You might find BizBos on Zillow or Craigslist. You might buy a list. I don't think they sell lists, actually, but you could send this landing page to them, offering them help and tools, which you would get out of our platform. And then ideally those convert into listings for you. Now there's a social page, and everybody, if you're a client, you should be using this page like right now. It is social content. It's free, it's colorful, and it's engaging. Okay. It's not super boring. It's not like deep industry talking. So you go over here and you connect your social media accounts. You tell us how often, and then you choose your topics. Okay. And most of them are on design, kitchen design, bedroom design, living room. But what's nice is we've chosen all the pictures. We put everything together. We've written it. And all you have to do is decide which ones you want to use, right? Now there's inspirational quote stuff. There's outdoor living, gardening. I like to garden and outdoor stuff like that. All kinds of topics. What I definitely want everybody to do is choose a few topics, but you turn on the PDF guides. So remember I mentioned the 80 PDF guides and I said 40 are for buyers and 40 for sellers. We will auto post these to your social media accounts throughout the year. And we'll put a landing page in front of it so that if anybody wants to download that report for free, they just got to give you their contact information. This is really just a smart thing to turn on. And then if you're in a Spanish speaking market, you can use those. We've translated them all into Spanish as well. So here on the PDF guide section, we can see that we've got, like I mentioned, we've got 40 for buyers and we got 40 for selling, right? But also what's important here is if you click one of these green buttons to market, we'll give you the script to create a video. So if you're comfortable creating video content, you want to make a video short for YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, you could say, hey, I've got a great report here. Just go up to my profile and download it or something like that. You can run it out on Facebook and Instagram. Now you can click here on social media posts and you can share it to your social media. But I do want to point out that I just showed you on the social page that we could do this for you automatically. But if you like to log in and click things all the time, then of course you can just go here and post it. Right. And that would send this report to your social media accounts the second you click it. You can also get print flyers. So if you want to leave something, I saw one of our clients saying today, they were actually paying kids to go leave things on car windows, right? Put a flyer. They said, we print flyers and we put them in the local markets, right? Here are postcards and door here. And they're all driving to a landing page, which is if I want to download that or however you got that page in front of me, I got to give you my contact information. So these are really useful. There are 80 different topics for buyers and sellers. You are on every page of this. Is really going to just, it makes you look like a real estate resource. And that's really what you want to know. Now, we're going to jump ads for a second. We're going to go to listings. Your listing should auto sweep into our system. If you have active listings and they're not automatically showing up in your account, go down to the support page and tell them the address. Why are you not posting? Or something changed at LinkedIn. We used to post to LinkedIn, but they changed their platform in the past, I want to say 30 to 60 days. What does SM mean first? And so anyway, that's why it's not posting to LinkedIn right now. So your listings hits here on either automatically or you can grab it. So let's imagine that you don't have a listing, but you're going to hold an open house for somebody who has a listing. You can click grab active listing, drop in the zip code and MLS ID and pull it in. That'll pull in all of the tools. And it will show you how it'll just create all these tools. So if you click on market listing, there is a download checklist here. If you're somebody that forgets as soon as you get off this call, you forgot everything, I would go here and download this checklist. The checklist looks at not only download it, but print it and put it on your desk so that, hey, here's all the things I got to market listing. It basically corresponds to the list we're looking at right here. Right. So to create a Facebook ad on this home, I just click on Facebook and Instagram and I click create ad. That is much easier than doing it on Facebook. If it's for buyers, it's going to say $35 budget for 7 days. Okay. Social media post. This is an automated post. Remember how I said on your profile, you're going to turn on social media auto posting, and we connected our social media accounts and we clicked a couple buttons and now it's all there. This is what an automated post looks like on Facebook. Now my background is dark, so the theme is dark. So that's what I look like. But the important part is that if anybody clicks on this, we're going to drive them to either a listing landing page or a single property website. Right. And that basically we looked at that. Right. I got to leave that open. We need to fix that. So share on seller social media. This is one of the top tools if you want listing leads that turn into listing contract. It's not a paid ad. It's something that you give to your client and they put it on their wall. You don't get a lot of leads this way. If you use this, you might get one lead from it over a period of months, but they're leads coming from a current client's family and colleagues. It's worthwhile to use. The nearby homeowner letter. This is our number one tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contract. It looks a lot like the letter on the back of the home valuation page. And this is our number one tool. So somebody asked me earlier, do postcards or letters work better? If you're talking about a home, this is the highest quality, highest return. You market this out. So again, let's go back to that discussion we were having earlier about Frisco. If you got properties in Frisco, or let's say that Bobby works in an office, doesn't have any listings in Frisco, just at the moment sold it, doesn't have any listings, but you have an office and there are a few listings in Frisco. If that agent is okay with that, you can grab the listing. We would create this tool and it would say, hey, just want to let you know, we're selling a home in Frisco and it's going to affect your home value. Go get that, right? A lot of our clients use this letter twice per listing when it's just listed and just sold. Because remember, if you're going to target Frisco, Texas, or any city, one letter or two letters a year ain't going to move the needle. It might be fun to do, but it's not going to change the shape of your business. 2 of these letters a month will change the shape of your business. They will. And if you're dovetailing it with ads or Google ads, it's going to be even better for you. So this letter, you can always edit it. I want to point out something because earlier I was saying, get a custom list and get it in Facebook and then mail it to it. We actually have a partnership we announced with Express Copy a few months. And if you click on print and email or print and mail and click Circle Prospect, you can say, hey, I want this letter to go out in a 2-mile radius, or you can see there are multiple options, with home ownership for single family homes for more than 6 years. And I want 100 pieces to go out and I'm going to pay about $1.80 per piece. This is really useful because you don't have to do anything on this one. You choose the letter that you want and you let these guys fold it, put it in an envelope, and target these people automatically. The only thing I don't really like about this is you don't get the physical list, but this can be very helpful for you. You want to target this way every 2 weeks. That's ideal. If you've got a lot of listings and you're really trying to take over, maybe once a week. There's an e-flyer for your database, which is just like that letter I just showed. On top, you click on that picture, that link, and it'll become a buyer lead. Below, that affect your home value, and click here and become a seller. We also create short form video scripts. Again, this is just download it, read it a couple times, get your smartphone, get it out. Single property websites, luxury version, lead gen version, virtual tour. So all these things are created automatically. We email most of these tools to you. Open the email and use the tools. Okay. Turn on the automation so that we can get things out for you. Right. QR codes, we create these. I know all of you have probably learned about these since COVID. QR codes are great if you want buyer leads. They are not great if you want seller leads. So if you want seller leads, I don't recommend pointing people through a QR code. Okay. There are postcards and door hangers. Even if you're a blogger, we got tools for you. And I'm going to point out Craigslist. Let me ask you a quick question, everybody. Who here has been a client for longer than 1 year? And just tell me, if it's longer, tell me how many years you've been a client. We've got clients that have been clients of ours for 10 years, even longer, I think, actually. And we've been around for 13 years. And when we started, we had only one tool, and it was one-click posting to Craigslist. Okay. Get your listings on Craigslist. Now, I don't know if you've been in the industry for a while, but Craigslist was a hotbed of lead gen. It was really important. And that's why our company is standing today, because we figured out a solution for Craigslist, and we took what we learned and we applied it across an entire platform of advertising. And it's all focused on capturing leads. Okay. Facebook got tired of all these people posting all kinds of scammy ads on their platform, and they just revamped their whole website. Overnight, it still looks the same, but the functionality changed dramatically. And it freaked out realtors. They were like, oh my God, I'm not getting leads anymore. Right. And they just left. Right. But here's the thing that most realtors don't know. Craigslist in the United States is it's the number 16th most trafficked website in the country. Not 1, 2, or 3, but it's 16. You got other big flyers. You got Netflix is up there in top 10, and you got Amazon, right? To be 16 is pretty awesome. But more importantly, they not only made it difficult for agents, they made it difficult for consumers. Okay. So your target market, when they're on Craigslist, it's not as easy to get in touch with you. And so the only people getting in touch with you are people who are seriously interested in what you're talking about. And the reason why I'm telling you is I had a conversation not too long ago with a team who, signed up for our team account. And then we were talking about Craigslist. He said, awesome. He said, I hired my own ISA team strictly for our Craigslist leads because we have so many leads. And here's why. It's a super high traffic site, and all of his competition is left. They left years ago. All the realtors said, forget Craigslist. It's too difficult. I think you should think about Craigslist as my place. Okay. All kinds of great tools for listings. Let's talk about ads. So ads, is there a cost for Craigslist? I am not sure, Bobby. I am not sure. There used to not be, but then I remember that they added fees. So that I don't know. When you run the ad, it'll charge you or something. But that doesn't happen in our platform. We are copying the content and taking it there. So when you connect Facebook and Google, you'll be able to run ads on Facebook for listings, for landing pages, and the PDF guides. I don't recommend creating custom ads because I think everything you need should be run through landing pages, PDF guides, or listings, right? So we talked about the home value landing page, and I told you, hey, that's going to be tricky unless you get a custom audience. Running a listing ad, I do want to point out something here. Let's say that, okay, that's in Wisconsin. That's spooky. Let's do this one here in Florida. Okay. And this is the reason I'm doing this is a lot of people who live in the southern states. And one thing that you can do, or maybe it's just a state in the Midwest, you can target people outside of your area. By default, it's, hey, if your home is in West Palm Beach, we're going to say West Palm Beach for 15 bucks. But I don't know if you know anything about Florida real estate, but I do know that a lot of people from New Jersey and New York, they like to buy down there. The taxes are lower, it's warmer. I'm retiring, I'm selling my place, and I'm going someplace warm. You can target all over the country like this, right? Just so you know, it's a $35 ad because we're looking for buyers, and it is 7 days long. On average, right now, buyer leads cost $3 each. So if you divide 35 by 3, you're going to get like 10 or 11 leads. Okay. And that's how that works, right? So you can run an ad on list. And I have to say this, if you're here and you're still listening, the fastest, cheapest way to get buyer leads is doing exactly what I'm showing you right now. Okay. Now there are ways to run you can run, there's 40 PDF guides for buyers. Those leads are more expensive than the $3 leads are running a listing ad. If you run a landing page ad for homeowners and you want to say, hey, get your free home value, those leads often cost $15 each. Okay. Now, I want to remind you that we do have a class on Facebook and Google ads. And I recommend that you watch that. I recommend everybody sees that call because it's a very cost effective way of and using your time to get leads is both Facebook and Google. Google, I highly recommend, again, for your farm market. It is an upgrade of $30 a month, but you can target people who live in Frisco and show them your Frisco page. What you guys should know is Google is the number one website in the country. Okay. On Facebook, people, what's great about Facebook is people American adults, not kids, spend 40 minutes every day scrolling through Facebook, 70% of them. Okay. That's a lot of adults just looking at what their friends are doing and following the news that they like and seeing what they're eating and what they're vacationing and looking at their grandkids and all kinds of wacky stuff, right? It's Woody Allen, right? So all that is here. And if you're saying, hey, I have a home for sale, click here to find out. That works. That's been working for years. Okay. But when people go to the internet and they're like, hey, where's the best hotel in Hawaii? Or where can I get a steak in New York? Or how do I sell my home? The number one website is Google. Okay. It's actually 86% of all searches begin on google.com. And right here, you can see there are people paying for those keywords right here in Lafayette, California, right? How do you get there? The easiest way is to create a Google ad and say, hey, I want to create and you have to subscribe to this. And I guess our subscription of our own tool is collapsed. But anyway, you're going to run an ad and you say, hey, I want it to show up in Frisco. It's my Frisco home valuation landing page. And that's how you do it. If you want to have listings, guys, if you want to have listings, you definitely need to have a Google strategy. We make it incredibly easy. Of course, we make it easy on Facebook, but you want to do so. Just to tie up the thought about listings, and if you listen to my call and Top Tools More Listings, you'll hear me say it. What you really should do for listings is you should be running ads on sold properties on Facebook, on pending properties on Facebook. You should be marketing the nearby homeowner letter, which I think we looked at. It's like this or this, which is the home sold report on the back of the home value pages, and market it every week. Or I'm sorry, every week or every other week, right? And be running Google ads. That is the complete strategy for going out there, right? For building your listing business. If you want buyer leads, use all of our listing automated tools and run ads on Facebook. That's all you need to do. Any questions, everybody? This call is being recorded. I'm going to put it up in the mastermind group today or tomorrow, and it'll be on our YouTube channel. So are there any other questions for you? Looks pretty quiet. I'm going to say thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of the summer. Get on our YouTube channel. You can see a lot of stuff there. I know we've been doing this for 13 years. I've been talking to realtors for that long. I know realtors don't like to do things consistent. Usually the theme that I hear every week is, I'm not very tech savvy. And I understand that. Scott and I both understand that. And we do everything we can to make this easy. But if you look at what we talked about today, it might dawn on you that, yeah, this does a lot. And if you just learn it and get used to it, you're going to have a very dominating kind of platform that is really tough to compete. So take the time, learn what we got, use what we have, and leverage what we have. And it will help your business grow. We've seen it time and time again. It's working right now. So I know that a lot of people are out there talking about the market's changed and the interest rates have changed, all this and that. This is working right now for our clients across the country. So thanks everybody for joining me. Thanks for your questions. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.